Hey you guys, welcome back to another video. Today's video is a real life homemaking motivation video. I'm going to be doing some stuff around my house. You know, the mess never really ends, and lots of times we need motivation to get us through the daily grind of, cleaning the kitchen, cooking, laundry, all that kind of stuff. And in addition to all of that, I have a gang of hungry teenage boys to feed all the time, so I found an awesome recipe that they love, so I'm going to share that with you guys too. Okay, if you're like me and constantly using your hands, whether it's cleaning, or working on your laptop, filming, or just everyday life, you're going to love this. I've been using the Bob and Brad hand massager, and honestly, it's become a part of my daily routine. And if you've never tried a hand massager before and you decide to grab one of these, you are in for such a treat. This little device has so many different features. It's got 3 different modes. It comes with a USB charging cord. It has a little finger massager for an extra little massage if you want to do your fingertips. It is actually oddly satisfying and so nice to use that. So here's all the options. You even had a heated option on here, which is awesome. I love turning that on. So I just sit here editing my videos and get a hand massage like right here at the desk, and you can absolutely flip to the other hand, so both hands are nice and relaxed and they just feel so good. And if you want to use lotion, you can put a lot of lotion on your hands, like just use some excess, leave excess lotion on there, and then slip these gloves on, and then you just put your hand into the massager and it works on your hands and it feels so good. And then when your hand comes out, it is so nice and soft. So it had those 3 modes on there: vitality, relaxation, and intensive mode. They use a combination of compression, heat, and rhythmic air pressure to relieve soreness, stiffness, and tension in your hands. And it was designed by Bob and Brad, who are 2 of the most trusted physical therapists on YouTube. And it shows because they design the most amazing devices. After a few minutes in the hand massager with the moisturizer, my hands are so soft and they feel so good. So I absolutely just love this for, like I said, when I'm editing videos. I don't often just sit around watching TV because I'm really busy, but editing videos I can do one hand at a time and just have a little bit of relaxation at least while I'm working. So that's pretty cool. And I love changing between the modes just to mix it up. So if your hands are overworked, sore, or you just want a moment of calm in your day, I highly recommend the Bob and Brad hand massager. It's sleek, cordless, rechargeable, and honestly, it's kind of addicting. I'll drop a link below so you can check it out for yourself. Trust me, your hands will thank you. All right, so one of the top things that I have to start with every day is laundry. That is constantly going in my house. So my room is nice and clean. I want to stay on top of it. So we are swapping the laundry. I'm opening up the blinds because it's the morning and I like to let the sun in here. So I just want to get some of this stuff folded up, and then I got to head down to the kitchen and get some cleaning done down there. I've actually been really good at staying on top of the laundry the past couple of weeks, so I'm going to really try to make an effort to keep that going, because if you don't stay on top of it, the laundry can really start to run away on you. So yeah, good thing that I'm going to take care of this right now. But I did have to head down to the kitchen. Our mornings are really busy. The boys have workouts, and because they're all different ages, sometimes they have different workout groups. So we're always running around. They're training for the off season for hockey, and meal times is like all the time in our house. They are like so hungry because they are so active. So the kitchen never really gets to stay clean, and I'm always grabbing groceries. Eggs, we go through like crazy because they're high in protein and, good for you and all that kind of stuff. So lot of eggs in our house, milk, dishes are always on rotation. So I'm going to take care of this because I did also have to get ready for another out of town weekend. Like, it's crazy. I feel like every time I film a video for you guys, I'm basically saying that we're heading out of town, and it's like really like every couple of weekends, and sometimes they're consecutive weekends. So I didn't realize how crazy busy life would get with the boys in competitive hockey. But yeah, we have 4 boys and it's just busyness all the time. So we're going to take care of this kitchen. If you guys have cleaning to do, you can clean along with me. I'm going to let the music play for a little bit, and then I'm going to pop back on and chat with you and just kind of, go over what I'm doing and what I'm trying to plan for going out of town. So I want to make sure the kitchen's clean, and I want to share that recipe with you. So first goal is tidy up the kitchen. All right, I did want to get the pizza rolls ready. So I started up the dishwasher, that's going. There's still some dishes in the sink, but that's okay. So what I did was originally I bought a pizza kit from the grocery store. So it comes with the dough, shredded cheese, pepperoni, and the sauce, but they didn't have the pizza kits available this time. I like those because they're really nice and easy. You don't have to go gathering all the ingredients, but if they don't have pizza kits available, you can just grab the store-bought dough, so it's already ready to go. Shred your own cheese, get your own sauce and pepperoni. So what I'm doing is I'm basically rolling out the pizza dough, but I want it in more of a rectangle for this. I don't know how I even came up with this. I think maybe I saw something similar on Pinterest. Maybe it was pinwheels or something, and then I was like, well, I might try this with pizza. Now the dough was a little bit too cold to roll out nicely, so I warmed up that pan and I just kind of pressed it on the dough and it started rolling out better. So I guess it's kind of a little hack that I came up with. So yeah, the dough is in a rectangular shape, and then once you've got that done, then you can go ahead and assemble it just like you would a regular pizza. I love this seasoning from Trader Joe's. It's a nice Italian seasoning. It just gives it a little bit of extra flavor and kick. You can use it on pizza, pastas, anything. Basically anything that you want a little bit of an Italian spice to, even roasted potatoes or whatever. So I just added that on top of all of my toppings. I'm trying to spread it out to make sure that every roll gets toppings like pepperoni and cheese and whatnot. So instead of just putting that in the oven, I roll it up and then we're going to go ahead and slice it. The ends are a little bit tricky, so you might want to just trim them off so that you don't end up with just a bunch of dough on the end, because nobody wants the end pieces. It's kind of like bread. or pizza crust. But either way, okay, so I put the parchment paper down, a little bit of olive oil, just so that way it doesn't stick. And then we just slice it. And there's no real special way to do it. You just want, I'm trying to think how big the pieces were, maybe like an inch or two. I don't know. Really, it's personal preference, however you want to do it. But I did it this way, just slice it down and place it on the parchment paper, and then I'm going to bake it in the oven. And I forgot to add my olive oil before I put them down, so I'm kind of just like lifting each roll and spreading the olive oil all around it. All right, so I threw that one in the oven, and I think I baked it at 350. If you bake it higher than that, the inside, it ends up being a little bit too raw because I made that mistake. So bake it at about 350 and then just keep an eye on it. It will puff up and it will bake nicely. I can't remember exactly how long I baked it for, but it's going to be a little bit longer than a regular pizza. Now for the second one, I had all these ideas of some like fun flavors we would do, like some fun variations. So this one I wanted to do like a ham and cheese one, but I also wanted to add some veggie in it, just like, you know, to get your veggies in. And I didn't have any regular flour left, so I had to use rye flour, which was perfectly fine. And I used some onion powder to sprinkle on the dough just to give it a little bit of extra flavor because I wasn't going to be using any kind of sauce. If you guys have any ideas for some kind of a sauce I could use for this, maybe just drop it in the comments below, but I didn't really know what I should use. Like you could do some sort of a garlic sauce maybe. But for this day, I just did the onion powder and sprinkled cheese all over it. And it turned out really good anyway. I actually would have loved to do onions, but my kids are picky with onions, so onion powder it was. So again, I'm just rolling it into a rectangle so we can make those pinwheels with it. I don't even know if they're called pinwheels, whatever they are, rolls. Okay, so yeah, now we are sprinkling the onion powder. Then we're going to go ahead with the cheese. I love smelling things. I could smell the onion powder and it smelled so good. I think if you watch back on my videos, like I will smell laundry, I will smell food, whatever. I have a really good sense of smell. I always say that to Jeff because he's like, how can you smell that? I'm like, yeah, I have a good sense of smell. Anyway, with the broccoli, I steamed it really quick because I didn't want it to be raw in the rolls. So we're going to go ahead and assemble it. We're going to put the cheddar cheese down first. Then we're going to spread the ham over top and sprinkle the broccoli. So the pepperoni ones are ready. So those are coming out. As you can see over here, I've got the broccoli steaming on the pan. And then we can go ahead and throw that onto the dough. But the other thing I wanted to do was pull out this seasoning. I don't know if you guys have ever tried it. It's called Big Country Garlic, and my boys absolutely love to sprinkle this on pizza. It is so good. I can't remember what store I got it at. Maybe this one was from Superstore for the Canadian girls. I'm not sure for US girls if you will find it in the US. Maybe you will. I'm not quite sure. I haven't actually looked for it down there.
The place is loud, but yeah, you cut through the noise. I wish I knew what you were thinking of. One last drink before it's time to go home. I had my chance, but I screwed it up once more. It's been years and it still kills me. Your dynamite, so pretty. Hold on, darling, don't let me down. Hope that you
So now that I know my kids love these rolls, I'm just trying to think of all the different kinds that I can do. If you guys have any fun ideas, let me know in the comments below. I know I was thinking about doing like a chicken Alfredo, which I can also put broccoli in there too to get some veggies in. I think you can do like little like mini meatball ones. There's so many different fun variations. So it'd be really fun to bounce ideas off each other.
Till next time, lost in the crowd, but yeah, you drown out the sound. I wish I knew what you were thinking about. Is this thing in my head delusional till I die, babe? At least we stand a chance then, right?
And I just love slicing these open. Look how nice and colorful they are. They look super yummy. And you know what else they're also perfect for, and you will see this a little bit later in this video, is preparing them and just like keeping them in the fridge, and you can warm them up throughout the day. I guess it's basically like leftover pizza. Like it reheats really well. I ended up making a bunch of them to take with us on our road trip. That way we weren't spending a whole bunch of money at restaurants, because it can get really expensive with big appetites on the road like that. And you guys, I was so annoyed with myself because I forgot to film the ham and cheese ones after they were finished. So you're only going to get to see the regular pepperoni and cheese ones coming out of the oven. I was so sad because the ham and cheese ones were so fun and colorful, but that's okay. At least you guys get the idea. And as for packing up to go on the road, this is actually the next day. So I made another tray in the morning. I just kind of wanted to show you guys the process of like what goes into preparing when we go out of town. And don't get me wrong, I don't always do this. I'm not always this organized, but on this day I was like, okay, I have this really great idea. We can eat this on the road. So this was kind of lunch. I just packed a whole bunch of them. And I didn't have that many Tupperware containers. And then I had some of these from when we did like a baking thing. I had these in the pantry. So I was like, okay, well, I'll just use these trays because I don't know where all my Tupperware containers went, or my reusable containers with lids. So this worked out perfect anyways, because it's basically, they kind of look store-bought. I was thinking to myself, I should just start selling these. And if you guys happen to have any other suggestions of different foods and meals I can take on the road that are really easy to just like heat up, or even to eat like not heated up, because that's basically what we did with these. They don't have to be heated up. It's kind of like pizza buns that you buy at the grocery store, which is super handy. Let me know in the comment section below, because I need all of the ideas I can get. We do have another road trip coming up next week, so it'd be really nice to prepare some stuff. And while I was doing that, Cohen actually went ahead and prepared some strawberry banana muffins, so we could also have that for the road. So it's really nice to have a kiddo who doesn't mind getting in the kitchen and helping out, because sometimes if I'm busy and if it's fairly easy, he'll go ahead and, you know, help with meal prep or just do little things here or there. So these were actually super yummy. Oh, and I forgot to mention, the night before I also made strawberry scones. So Jeff is just getting our coffees ready actually right now to take with us on the road, so we can enjoy that with our scones. And yeah, I'm just basically packing that big cooler bag and we are hitting the road. As I was getting together all of the food in the kitchen, the boys were packing up the truck. I'm just kind of putting my stuff out here on the deck so that they can put it in the truck for me. And I also brought a couple of cases of drinks because I'm sick and tired of spending a fortune at gas stations on drinks. So this time I came prepared. And we've still had zero time to do any kind of yard work or put grass down. So anyways, maybe one day when life slows down. But that's it for today's video, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I know there was a little bit more cooking and baking in this one, but this is real life motivation, and that was what was going on in my life on this day. So if you guys enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. Please make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that little notification bell so you guys don't miss any of my future videos. And I'll see you guys next time in the next video. Bye!